Right, so now let's do this image also. And first thing that I realize about this image over here, okay, the first thing that I realize, just looking straight away, is that it's too red. The image is too much red. There's too much red in it. Okay, you can see it in the background. My mission in this image is gonna be to make it look a bit better. Therefore, I think the background needs to be darker, and he, the character of the frame, needs to be brightened up in a way, okay, or with a bit more gain. Okay, so I'm gonna be dealing with mask, obviously, one for the background and one for him, and these masks are gonna be opposites, nodes with different masks, because that's why we would use an opposite node. This is a good situation to use the opposite nodes. So first I zoom a bit always to see the image, and I'm gonna just apply in this first node, okay, directly the temperature, because it's too red, or the tint too. So I move a bit the tint, temperature or tint. I'm gonna touch both. And now I see more like a real, like it should supposed to be. Next node, gamma. Okay, it's too much gamma. I wanna make this dark background and lift. So first node was in order to just adjust my balance color, and I use tint and temperature. I make it a bit colder, and I killed a bit this red in the background. Now, second node is gonna be about lift and gamma. The wheels. Okay, so this is gonna be primaries and a sort of correction. And here what I wanna do, what I would like to do, is to start creating this background darker. That's why I'm touching the lift and the gamma. I'm modifying. Okay, so like this. Next node, about him, what we said, we need to light him up. So mask, okay, circular mask would do. Okay, adjust your mask always. Okay, and now I'm gonna soft it also a little bit, and just put the gamma up and the gain also higher up. Okay, and lift, we leave it like this, more soft, even softer. And here, node key. Okay, this element I'm gonna explain it too a bit later. We saw a bit in the first, but here you see how you can use this node key. And here, for example, in this node we have these changes that we apply, the lift, the gamma and the gain, and we apply it in a mask. So this node is this mask really, with it changes, right? So as you can see in the key, the light, where is the, as you can see this frame here, okay, this frame over here represents this, obviously. And in this case, it's telling us that here there's nothing, that everything is here, because remember, it's a mask, okay? So this you can use to adjust the gain of your masks to this node key, if you have a mask, and you're gonna see now. You see I'm affecting the gain. Okay, so what I did is, with this mask, okay, now it's cancelled, but what I did is, first I adjust the light, okay, I just boost the light in a way to make him look with more light, okay, to make him look better, okay, better illuminated. And then what I did is gain the key output a bit down, to control this boost of light in a way. And again, it's all about balancing in a way. Okay, you don't do exaggerated things. Every time you touch something, you have to touch something else to make it a bit balanced, to adjust it. Okay, so that's why I did this node key. That's why I use that, to control a bit of this boost that I created with this light, with this boost of light, that I boost the gamma and the gain. So I boost the light and the mids. So with this, I sort of, in a way, control it. Okay, and now, once we did our node key and everything, I'm gonna create another node, which is gonna be the opposite node of this one here. And this is gonna represent the background. Okay, so I'm gonna create an opposite node of this. Therefore, I'm gonna also create an opposite mask in a way. So we just select this one, Alt O, and this is created. Node number 4, which is the opposite. So first thing, what I do is turn down the gain, the gamma, and the lift, because we wanna just make the background a bit darker. And this is how you do it. Obviously there's that light that in that case is gonna be always this color of red. There's not really much you can do. Okay. I'm just seeing before and this is after. So very easy things that we did, very straightforward, but using really everything. And now even I can do the last thing, and is what I show you guys to do as an introduction at the start of this, which is gonna be about this orange. Okay, it's gonna be about the orange we have. So what I'm gonna try to do is to make this orange of this jacket, okay, the one next, the one here, and I'm gonna try to this. I still looking here. Always do this, cancel the last node, cancel all, so you can see all the evolution of your work. Okay, it's important that we do that. And another thing, yes, in this image, what I'm also gonna do is gonna be the texture. This orange thing is too bright, this jacket that is on the sofa. Okay, he's sitting on it. And I'm gonna try to make this orange less heavy, okay, to make it a bit less. It's very saturated, it's a bit saturated. So it's important that we understand this. Right, so create another node, okay, and now we're gonna use this tool, the tool of the parameters, okay, our qualifier. This I place it like this because they are the opposite, so I want in the same vertical line. This without the curve, so first I'm gonna try like this, if I can fix it with just using the curve. And as you can see, it already does something. It has softer. I'm using the hue versus saturation curve, which is the third one, and I just press at the point of the image that I wanted to press, because I have this. Remember, in case you don't see this, make sure you have this selected, okay, which is the tool to click at any part of the image that you want. So that's everything I did. And then remember, this is not about playing here doing graphic design. No, it's only about turning what you want down. So I just did turn it down, and the saturation and the hue went a bit down. So it has softened already this color. I didn't need to do the qualifier actually. Okay, in the other video, I do the qualifier in the same element for you guys that you see it, okay? But in this part, no. First, try it with the curve. If it works with the curves, it's fine. Okay, it's all right. No problem at all. I reset now, and I'm gonna try it with the qualifier though too. Okay, I thought I only did with the no. So again, using the magic tool of our viewer that is showing us what we are selecting, touching our parameters always. So we select the part that we want, and a bit of blue radius, okay, to soft the borders, this we saw, and we just drop the saturation down. So here I did it in these two ways. You can do it both ways. Okay, we saw that the curve wave, the curve way did pretty much the same, and we are seeing now that with this you can do it pretty much the same. Okay, so we saw three things so far: how to affect in our entire image with our primary, okay, with our all these elements of our primary, the temperature, tint, contrast, even with our curves in a more specific way though. Okay, this was the first part. We affected really the entire part of the frame. Then we discovered about the mask. We discovered that we could actually just affect a point that we wanted, as we did in Fusion, same mask, okay. And here, in these last videos, what we've discovered is that we can actually select the colors of the image that we want and affect on those colors. We are able to select, for example, our this orange that we just did, okay, with the qualifier, and affect on this orange. And we could affect in one color of many, okay, in a frame. Okay, we could affect the same color of all a frame placed in different elements of this frame. But we can also select. So if there's 5 elements of this color, we can also say, hey, this one, I just want you to change me this one of this part of this image. I don't want you to change me the others. We can do it by mask or by these parameters that we saw with the qualifier. So what we're gonna do next video is a bit of refreshing of all this. Okay, I'm gonna go through all these things into much detail before we go to tracking, which is gonna be the last video of this, okay, which is gonna be about tracking. Then we're also gonna create one LUT and a style with all this footage, okay. I'm gonna make a cool editing, and we're gonna just create one LUT, one style for all this footage. First, we're brushing them up, we're cleaning them up. Okay, this project is gonna be until the end, this one. So I hope you enjoyed this part of the course. Remember, it looks pretty simple in a way, and it is pretty simple, but understanding is very important. And also remember what we've been talking. Every time I touch something of one place, I have to contra in a way, to do a contra, to touch something of another place that is the opposite, like I did, remember, with this tool in this note. Okay, like I did with the, sorry, how was with this one, okay? The note key, remember that I had well, when I did the opposite of that, well. So far that's what we've learned. Now we're gonna move into some tracking. We're gonna also create some LUTs, okay, for ourselves, okay, that we're gonna use in more than one node, okay, in more than one node, in more than one image. So try to create a certain look, a certain style with what we have. We're gonna explore other things of this color page, but it's very important, for me, it's very important that you really understand that these curves, not as much these ones, okay. However, remember that we saw that with these ones we could affect individually to the colors. It's another way of also doing a tiny correction, okay. We're gonna go through these ones again. I know it sounds a bit silly because that's what we've been doing in the last, but really these are the basic tools of this software, of this part of this software, of the color page. That's why I insist that if you understand the relationship between all them, then you're gonna understand the color page and you're gonna be able to make a good color correction.